Hello, this is Robert Shannon, and I'm here with Robert E. Lee in his home in Lexington, Virginia. Now, Robert, tell me, what did you do after the Civil War?
Well, after being pardoned by Lincoln and not being allowed to return to my home in Arlington, I then moved to Lexington, Virginia, where now I am currently working on getting my citizenship reinstated.
You see, that's a great story. Now, Robert, tell me, how does religion affect your life?
A chief concern of mine is to try to remain a humble, earnest Christian. Throughout all of my perplexities and distresses, the Bible has never failed to give me strength and light.
That's very nice. Now, is it true that Lincoln first wanted you to be the leader of the Union Army?
It is true that Lincoln first wanted me to lead the Union Army, and I hated the idea of the Union separating, but I believed strongly in states' rights and felt I had an allegiance to my home state of Virginia. So Virginia succeeded, and I went with them. Then signed my letter of recognition from the U.S. Army and went on to accept the job of Commander of the Northern Army of Virginia.
That's wonderful. This has been Robert E. Lee.
Heather Cosper here, reporting live from the White House with Ulysses S. Grant. So, Mr. Grant, is it true that you narrowly missed Lincoln's assassination?
Why, yes it is. Lincoln and his wife invited my wife and I to go to the Ford Theater with him to watch a play. And my wife decided that we should visit our family in New Jersey instead. And I feel that if I had gone, I would have also been targeted for assassination.
That would have been tragic, Mr. Grant. And is it also true that you got a speeding ticket in D.C.?
Why, yes, it is true. I like to often ride my horse and carriage around, and I was going way too fast one day, and an officer had to pull me over. Now, he didn't recognize me, but once he did, he obviously didn't want to give me a ticket, given that I'm the president. But I instructed this young man that no one is above the law, and that he has to give me the ticket, so he did.
And how was your grand trip around the world, Mr. Grant?
It was delightful. First, we went to England, and we dined with Queen Victoria herself at the Windsor Castle. Then we went to Belgium, Germany, and Switzerland before going back to England to meet with my daughter. Then we went to France and Italy. And then we took a boat through the Suez Canal and stopped in many cities in India before we went to Southeast Asia and stopping in many countries there before we ended up in Japan and met Emperor Meiji himself.
Well, that must have been quite a trip, Mr. Grant. That will be all for today. Thank you for watching.
Epic weapons of history! Ulysses S. Grant versus Birdie Lee. Begin!
I'm Ulysses S. Grant, and I'm here to say I beat the Ku Klux Klan, now they added away. This will be as easy as your surrender, Grandpa. Another victory to put you in awe. It's simple, Robert. You're a traitor, you see. A messed-up old man with mixed-up loyalties. I won the war, then you sat home and cried. Now I'm president now, so you better go hide.
Shut up, Grant, and grab a bottle of scotch. Just sit down, son. It's your turn to watch. The Union wanted me first. I'm better general, you see, but they only wanted you when they couldn't have me. You're a failure, Grant, just a drunken fool. You think you're all that, but you're just a tool. You say you're president now? Well, that I can handle, but you won't be for long because of your 3 scandals.
I was president twice, so I take my advice. I mean, you were president too, but of Washington, you left your country for a state. Nah, that ain't right, but I won against them, and I'll win this fight. You lost half your army, then surrendered to me. That's why Ulysses S. Grant is better than Lee.
I surrendered to you, and that is true. But I've come back now, and it's time for round 2. How can you call yourself a general when you can't stand blood? You'd vomit on the floor like a grade A stud. Quit trying to rap. Hasn't your throat had enough? You say you'll win this battle, but I'm calling your bluff. You're a business failure, and you lost all your money. You had to write your memoirs, and that's kind of funny. I'm gonna end this rap before you go on a rant. Ulysses S. Grant, more like useless S. Grant.